I know we need that. Thanks, Emily. If you wouldn't mind scanning, click on the QR code. That would be great. It reports to Kauffman Foundation, which is the philanthropy that is responsible for the 1MC. So I just wanted to share somewhere all over the United States, there are different 1MCs happening right now at various times. So I feel very blessed to offer the 1MC in Grants Pass. We are the only one in Oregon right now. So I know, it's pretty cool. And we're growing, we're supporting, we're connecting, and most of all, we're really helping our community and our community of entrepreneurs grow, thrive, scale. So it's really, really exciting work. I want to thank our sponsors. Lonely Pine provides a coffee downstairs. Their 1-year anniversary is coming up on June 9th, so they've just done a great job. It's been fun watching them grow. And then the event nanny, Becky, is in the back space providing some place for the kiddos, for moms and dads, so they can be in the space. So we're really grateful for Becky, the work that she does. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. And always the fabulous Trevor Yarsh for his unlimited partnership and support in the space. We've been doing this now for 1.5 years together. It's it's pretty exciting. One thing that amazes me every Wednesday is that there are actually people that show up on a Wednesday at 9:30. I'm still just like, this is so great. And it's a good part of your week. It really helps you kind of connect, reframe, refresh, re-believe in what you're doing, because sometimes the journeys can be kind of rough. And we know with entrepreneurs, they can be excruciatingly painful. I know that from experience. So.
How about a big hand for Dr. Kim Fries?
Oh, I'm embarrassed. I think we just had that conversation, Trevor. I get very embarrassed. I could talk about you all day long, but just if you focus on me, I get kind of like, I pull this thing down like that. But again, thank you so much for being here. If you're first time at the 1MC, it's a space to elevate entrepreneurs, allow them a platform to share their story, because the story is really important. And when they're here, listen to what they're sharing, try to ask some questions that maybe help them move forward, help them solve a problem, maybe an idea or something they haven't thought about. And so we have one presenter today I'm very excited about, and I'm going to spoil the story before Naresh takes the stage so he can focus on his presentation. But they get 6 minutes. They can share the story, and then the really part that is really meaningful for our entrepreneurs is not only do they get to take the stage, elevate, Trevor records it, but they get feedback from you all. So please, when you're in here, think of really good questions for them, intentional ideas, anything, because what you share could be the difference of really moving an entrepreneur forward. And then stay afterwards for connection time. We love that. Again, Trevor keeps the space open for us. Naresh and I met about a year ago at a pitch night at the Foodery. And it was one of those things where people pitch, and I looked at Naresh and I was like, oh, this is such an entrepreneur making. You know how you just look at someone and you go, wow, there's just something here. So we had this great conversation. We've kept in contact on and off. And then I am so super excited for Naresh to be here and present. He has a product, and it's the journey that I love. You all know this. I love when someone just walks in and goes, I have this idea, but I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, oh, this is like makes my whole week. So if you're one of those, please let me know or reach out to Trevor. But without further ado, Naresh, would you like to join me? Please welcome Naresh. Okay. Take it away.
Awesome. Okay, all right. Thanks for the warm intro, Kim. I'm really glad to have met you last year at Foodery, and it's really excited that it led to this presentation today at 1 Million Cups. And thank you for this opportunity, everyone. I'd like to take a picture. I don't know how you will look after the presentation, so. Okay. Hope it's not so boring. connection to Hive stage.
Nope, that's the one. Hi, the black magic is the right one. It's showing there. It's just not sending choose content. There you go. Now you can either mirror entire screen or extend the display. It's up to you. There you go.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now you have to pick. Boom.
Okay. Okay, there you go. Cool. Without wasting time, I'll just get started. Cool. I'm here to talk about Airsign.AI. It's a new product that I've been building on the sites for the past 6-7 months. I'll just get started. Before I go into the details, I want to provide a brief story about myself. I have more than a decade of experience working in tech. I've been with Amazon. I have led multiple software development teams. I currently work at a startup based out of Bay Area called Branch. And scaling platforms, building products has been my favorite thing to do. In 2022, I moved to Medford from New York City. I've been in the United States for more than 18 years now. And after moving to Medford, I decided there should be something that I should be building rather than working for some big corporate company. And one day I saw a restaurant owner really struggling to update their digital display. When I say digital display, I'm referring to businesses that have like a big screens on the background with some content. Like you could see the digital displays more frequently in restaurants showing the menu. You could see them at the airports. You can see them at multiple different type of businesses. And I saw one of the restaurant owner was really struggling to mark one item as out of stock. There's like a big line, 15 people standing in line to order food, and many people are asking for the same item which is out of stock. And he had really take a paper right out of stock and just stick it on the TV, on the display. And he really struggled to do that, and the business was busy. And that sparked the idea, hey, this is something that can be solved. And with the innovation in AI space, I felt like this is easily solvable, and it's a must-do for many businesses to manage their displays. And then Airsign.AI was born. So it took a while to formulate this business, but yeah, that's the backstory of this business and about myself. And when I talk about any display, just imagine this scenario. This will be like an ideal business for my product. I'm starting with restaurants. So when I say digital display, just imagine this picture where you can see the display and people order from the display. And you can ask why Airsign.AI? Compared to a decade ago, many small businesses are increasingly using digital displays because the content changes. There's much more need to be more interactive and make their offering very attractive for the people. So there's been more than 300% growth in the number of businesses using digital displays over the past decade. And with the current systems, there are many big players in this space. It's a crowded field. There are many businesses, but it's still painful to update the content through those legacy systems. And my idea was to make it easy, where you want to update the menu or any display with just like how you text your friend. I'm starting with the restaurant, but this idea can be adopted by many different businesses. Either it could be like a hair salon, or it could be like a hotel, or it could be like an airport, like any industry that you can pick. Wherever you see a digital display, you can use my product, but we are starting with restaurants to be very specific on how we grow. And the problem today is, I don't know if you have used any products like OptiSigns or AbleSign or other display management solutions. It's not very easy to update the menu on the screen. For example, just you take a picture, you send it to your graphic designer to change the price, and then get the new picture, and then update the picture into your content management system. It's super manual, very hard, and that's the problem I'm trying to solve. So with Airsign, Once you have a menu on the display, you can just like text on Airsign to change the price. You could highlight an item has a chef special, or like highlight the items as happy hour, or anything. You can mark item as out of stock. You can change the background. Anything that you can imagine can be changed with just like chatting with Airsign.AI. I think I've been talking for a while. Let me just do a small demo. I think that makes it very easy to understand what my product does. So sign in. Okay. So once you sign in, you'll see the product. I'm going to show the menu that I'm going to edit. So this is like the menu that's been used by one of the business. I'm just going to like show you how we can update this menu by just chatting with Airsign. And if you go to the device, I have added a simple device here, which is like a web-based device. If you go here, you can schedule the content. Okay. So imagine a business that has a display that's showing this menu on the screen. Now, if you want to add some flavor on top of this screen, like say you want to mark mac and cheese as a chef special, or if you want to change the price, say between 4 and 5 p.m., you have a bunch of people coming in ordering margarita pizza. For that hour, you can just say like, hey, between 4 and 5 or 4 and 6, you can change the price from $17 to $10 to increase the demand. Or you can also increase the price. So let me show you how you can do that. Let's go. You can say like, mark mac and cheese. So I'm just adding like a label to mac and cheese as chef special. And once you add this, the AI model in the backend, it'll start analyzing the menu, and it'll generate the edit. Okay, it didn't add it. Okay, it's added chef special mac and cheese in here. So if you say upload and replace, something is missing. Anyway, but the guess is you just chat and it will take in your update, like it will make the changes to the image and it will automatically update the digital display. So that's the product I've been working on. So I'm glad to be in front of this group right here, and my ask is like if there's like any introductions, if you know any business that uses a digital display or they have any plans to use a digital display, I'd be happy to get an intro to those businesses. And it's free for pilot customers for 3 to 6 months. I want to make sure that you're happy with the product and at the same time give an opportunity for me to improve the product that I'm working on. Yeah, any questions, just feel free to ask. Yeah.
First off, I just wanted to say live demos, huh?
It never works, right?
Yeah, no, it's a very brave thing to test something that is in production, and he has actively been building. He probably was working on it this morning even and pushing updates to it this morning. And so you all can imagine that this actually is a very functional app that right now is in a state that he's still working on. So hats off to you, Naresh, for doing a live demo with your product.
Thank you. Thank you, Trevor. Yeah.
As a longtime restaurant owner, I am the guy that was in the back office trying to get my damn menu to update when it was busy. So I think you are meeting a very much needed sector. My question is, have had experience in this space, and the other challenges I face as we move into digital. If you have the digital display, say behind your counter, would you also be able to have it on like an iPad or a laptop? And the reason I ask that is because as we move to more digital, the need for accessibility, people with disabilities, I mean specifically on this one, maybe sight, or perhaps the opportunity to instantly convert to a different language. Are accessibility options available through what you're doing?
Good question. Yeah, we can make it work on Android and Fire tablets. We have an app on Amazon Fire Store, and it can display the displays. I have tested it on tablets, like a Fire tablet, but I haven't tested it on Android tablets, but it's totally doable. And to change the language, that's the power of AI. You can quickly swap, or like with two touch, you can change the language of the menu, which is pretty seamless.
And same goes for if somebody was sight impaired and or perhaps even completely blind. Could you get the accessibility for them as well?
Yeah, I mean, right now we don't have that feature, but that's something we can definitely enable. Thank you. That's a good question.
Yeah. So I just got one really good question. Are you able to schedule things?
Yes.
Say like I know you said something about happy hour and like maybe like extending it or something like that only on like a Friday or something like that. Is it able to schedule?
Yeah, that's like the core feature of this product. You can say, show the price of margarita pizza to be $10 between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. and after 5 p.m. have it go back to its usual price. And you can also like mark up any items on your menu and schedule it during a specific time of the day.
In InDesign, I would go in and I would change it and then output as a PDF or whatever it might be, PNG. Can you take an original menu, turn it into AI so it responds to the AI, or do you create the menu in AI to begin with to be able to make it responsive?
So this is like a bring your own menu. You don't have to redesign your existing menu or change anything. If you have like a PDF copy or like an image of your menu, that's all is needed. You don't have to change the colors or anything to use this product. You can just bring in your existing menu.
Is there the ability to integrate with POS to look at volume and recommendations generated from menu pricing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a feature we have. We have integration with Square POS. And there's a feature where after you update the price on the digital display, it will automatically go and update the price in Square system as well. So you don't have to think about like, hey, I'm showing a different price on the display and there's a different price on the Square point of sale. We have the integration enabled and it's working fine.
We got somebody over here, sorry.
Yeah.
I think that all of the breweries in town use digital menus. So if you haven't reached out to them, like Growler Guys, The Weekend, I think those would be great contacts for you as well.
Okay. Oh, sure. Thank you. It's like any like if you have a name to reach out, that'll be really helpful.
So who, along those lines, I don't, outside of the local tap rooms, not sure about many restaurants today using digital displays, at least locally. Can you tell us who your current clients who you already interacted with, and that'll help us maybe narrow down who we need to reach out to next?
I have reached out to the folks at Common Block in Medford, and like one pickleball center in Central Point. Those are the two customers who I'm talking to right now, but they're yet to adopt my solution. But yeah.
Do you have any analytics right now in terms of conversion rates or how this might impact the sales volume?
I expect it to be like a positive impact, but I don't have the analytics feature
Yeah.
built in right now.
I mean, one suggestion might be if you could build in analytics that could even A/B test. For example, like on a cold day, if I move the hot drinks to the top of the menu, do I end up converting more sales in that particular realm? And if you could prove that with analytics, I think you could show some, more profit opportunity to the customers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think the businesses will love that when we show there's a high ROI when you use the product, and we can show that with analytics and reporting. Totally agree.
Along the same lines, just other like value add. I wonder if if a business has an existing like text message list, and it's like, oh, we have a special coming up this weekend, and you're able to just text the updated menu, the specials, to potential customers that are already loving a particular business. You can show that you're driving more traffic.
So you're saying like if there's like upcoming specials that's already planned,
Yeah.
and you just like feed it to the Airsign system, and those.
Yeah, it's almost part of like automated marketing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I'm sure you could link it up to like MailChimp or something like that to send it via email to all existing customers. But like texting it, when people are like, oh, it's Friday afternoon, where are we going to go this evening? And you get that text message about the special at your favorite place, you're going to go there.
Okay. Yeah. That is a good feature to have. Currently, we don't have it, but yeah, it's definitely doable.
Hey, quick question about the integration with Square in particular. If there is inventory capabilities, would you also be able to then set your menu to, say, automatically 86 an item off of a menu once you've sold out of a particular special?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not actively enabled, but it's doable. We have access to the inventory and the sales data. And
Nice.
with that, we can set up things like, hey, when the inventory goes below, say, like 10 or 5, we can mark an item as like low stock. That's totally configurable.
Cool. And then one other question about menu creation. I know that you had mentioned that you would bring your original menu, and then the AI would be able to make those edits for you. Does it have the capability to help you create a menu if you don't have one, or what's the original creativity capabilities within the program?
You can create a menu, but you need like something to start with, some
Gotcha.
baseline. You can just have like one doc with the list of all items that you
Sure.
want to shoot to generate a menu, and it's just like ChatGPT or
Gotcha.
Gemini. You just like give something and say like, hey, generate a menu, it'll start generating.
Cool.
Pretty straightforward on that part.
What model are you using for this? And then I'm curious, do you think as people use this, it'll pay for the token cost?
Okay, that's a secret sauce. No, I mean, we've been experimenting with multiple models, but the goal is once we scale, it'll not be a good thing to keep paying for all image generation models. We want to host our own models for the images that we generate and maintain. But eventually that's where we want to go. But today we are using like multiple image models that are out there in the market and open to public. We're using a few from Google and few from Midjourney. So yeah.
There we go. Great presentation. I think it's an awesome product. Is this meant more for small businesses where the owner's updating, or would this be intended for like larger scale, like franchises, perhaps? And then second question, have you considered the food show route? There's specifically a technology of food show in San Francisco that you might want to look into.
Okay. When is it?
It's called Food. I didn't see Food Tech. Future Food Tech. March of next year is the food show in San Francisco, specifically for the technology of food. There's also a major food show in San Francisco called the Fancy Food Show that has thousands of vendors in the restaurant industry. So those would be good to pitch this at also.
Sure. Thank you. And to your question on like multiple location businesses, we have this feature called organization where you can add multiple locations. Like say you have Grants Pass, Medford, Ashland. You can add those locations and you can designate one of your employee and give them permissions to update the menu. Or you can give permissions to just view the menu or only change the schedule. And and it's totally doable. And we have those features enabled on Airsign.
So when it comes to expanding past, I would say restaurants, would you think about maybe expand it into, say, employees, like employment, and it may see, even if you have different locations, to be able to do employment updates, say pushed out by HR or operations. You can do weather updates per location.
Yeah.
And then can you make it more of a slideshow, or is it specifically like a standalone?
Yeah, you can make it like a slideshow. What you need to do is you generate a playlist. You define the images that you want to show, and you can say like how long you want to show each image. It could be like 10 seconds to 20 seconds, and then you can configure like a slideshow that you want to display on the device.
With the, again, I'm kind of going back to inventory and those types of things. And if you have access to the sales data, would you be able to create a menu that you could give it rules to potentially restructure the menu if you want to move an item to the top automatically because we're trying to sell a special that we're running low on, or maybe there's like a unpopular item that we're trying to move inventory on. Could you create rules so that it automatically does that for you, or would that be something that you would have to go in and manually make those changes and push out one menu at a time?
So right now it's kind of manual, but that feature we are actually working on something like that where we automatically change the items in the menu, like to change the order of the items in the menu. It's you need to like give the configuration on how you want to change the order of the items.
Right.
Sometimes you don't want to change the order of your entree items. You just want to change the items in your drink menu. So there'll be like a text field under each device, which we'll be adding soon, where you can say like, hey, you can change the order of these items for drinks and not for the other items. So we'll take that, the AI model will take that as an input and make changes to the menu accordingly.
All right, I got one more question.
Yeah.
How many screens can this be shown to, and is it location based? Like let's say if I was in Kansas City, Missouri, and I needed to change a screen here in Oregon, would I be able to do that?
Yeah, you can change the screen pretty much anywhere in the world. If you have a screen in, say, in Morocco, you can just change the content from here once you sync it. And the number of screens, I haven't tested it. I have tested up to 10, but I wouldn't be surprised if it can scale up to 100 easily for each business.
Have you ever thought about making this like billboard available? Like if we would make billboards and I have billboards like across America, and I can just say da 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 da, and it just.
Yeah, I mean that'll be cool. The problem with billboard is the hardware. That's a problem. Like we are starting with indoor because it's mostly software based, and it works good on TVs which are smart TVs. But the billboard displays are pretty old school hardware. They don't have those capabilities yet. Right. But that'll be cool to do someday.
That actually triggered an idea too. So I went into Airbnb once, and they had a digital display on the TV with like instructions and all the things, and I thought that was the coolest thing. Is that something that you feel this could also evolve into other applications as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So Airbnb, hotels, conferences, libraries, airports, like anywhere you think of an indoor digital display, it's an opportunity for us to scale there.
Just following up on what Daniel said, have you thought about having the system have, once people have it built in, have it look at the analytics from what is selling well, and have it automatically do it for the business owner, like post things that are selling really well on Wednesday between 10 and 12, and then that way they don't have to manually do it?
Yeah, today we don't have that feature, but that will be something every business owner would expect, because eventually, like once you have a display like this, like there'll be a responsibility on our product to improve the ROI for the business, and that's one way to do it. Currently we don't have the feature, but we do have access to the backend data on like when things are being ordered, like at which time of the day and who's ordering it. Using that information, we can definitely increase ROI for the business. But yeah, that's definitely something which I would do once we scale, once we test the product. Yeah, thank you.
Naresh, I think unless there are any more questions, I'll ask the last question. But can I add before that? Thank you. Oh, you got a question? You go ahead.
When it comes to admin approval, our tolerance is set, and then you give approval for whoever's managing so they can't make drastic changes, or what does that look like?
Like approval for the changes to the menu, like automatic
Correct.
changes?
As an owner, if I'm not present, just want to ensure liability if they're going to make major changes.
Okay.
What does that look like on admin level?
Yeah, currently we don't have that feature, but it's something, if that's a concern, we can definitely enable it, where if there are more than like 2 or 3 items where the price is going to change, you need to have an explicit approval from the owner before you can like override what is there on the display. It's not hard, it's totally doable.
I would just like to add something. Thank you for such thoughtful questions, all of you in the room. Like that is what I think you know what you were looking for. But thank you all. I mean, really, really great things. That's kind of like the possibilities are there. I'll just ask this final question. If there's anything you want to add, but what can we, as a community, do for you?
Yeah, I mean, thanks so much for giving me this opportunity to be here and present. I'm very thankful for that. As a community, if you have any references who can try out our product and give me feedback, that'll be very helpful. My goal is to build a software company in Medford, in Southern Oregon, and grow the tech space in this area so that we can, diversify many type of businesses for Southern Oregon. I hope I can make the dream come true, but just a first step. So please share any leads that you have, and thank you so much for giving me.
Thank you, Naresh. It was wonderful. Thank you.
My apology, Naresh. We do have a mug. I thought I had it sitting on and it wasn't sitting there when I went to reach for it. So I have one. I will get to you in just a few moments. But another big hand for Naresh. It takes a lot to start something from nothing. We're so lucky to have so much talent in our valley. Can you turn the music all the way down? And so to be able to bring these skill sets to the valley and to be able to start building products in our valley and start creating opportunities for tech jobs in our valley is so important. So supporting new companies like Naresh is starting and helping connect those resources, helping promote the ability for his business to really find its footing, just creates the opportunity for more living wage jobs in our community, right? So thank you so much. Appreciate you. And again, one more big hand for Naresh. Kim, you've got something. I can tell. I can see the look on your face. I can see you meandering this way.
This is how we work together. We just noticed on it. Joel had something to announce that's happening tomorrow, but I did want to say something.
The mic isn't on, actually.
I wanted to share something that Terry Hopkins had to leave. He's with the GP Chamber, but something he said really stuck in my mind and my heart. We can feel the energy in Grants Pass. We can feel the growth. We can feel the connection and the things that we're building together. And it's just like been such a dream to see this happen, and for others to say, wow, we feel the energy, new businesses are starting, people are joining us. So I thank all of you for that, helping make kind of that dream happen for us. A small region become an innovation and entrepreneurship center would be super cool. And with that, I will let Joel share what he has to share.
Thanks, Kim. Yeah, the energy has been pretty phenomenal. So over the past year, we have been working on something specifically in partnership with the Chamber of Commerce, as well as a local physician called Heather Friend. She's based out of Rogue River. She's a direct primary care provider. And if you don't know what direct primary care is, I invite you to learn more. Tomorrow, actually, in partnership with the Chamber, we're presenting a new healthcare option that's available to Chamber members. Offering healthcare for employees is really difficult. And what's great about this offering is that we can go down to 2 lives. So many of us in this room are entrepreneurs. Having healthcare as an entrepreneur, if you kind of sometimes are in that spot where you might learn to make too much for OHP, and then you're kind of in that middle where you're no longer eligible for those subsidies, which most of them went away anyways. So if you're a chamber member for Grants Pass, Josephine County, you are invited. You are required to RSVP because it is a lunch and learn as catered by Cartwrights. So we do need to get a head count to make sure that we have enough food. This is a huge thing for Josephine County, and we just hope to be part of the change needed in healthcare. So that's it.
Awesome. Fantastic. Oh, it's here. It's here. At the Hive, if you will. And I wanted to give one more shout out today, which is the organization that sort of inspired and kicked off these types of events, which is the Kaufman Foundation. Just we're so lucky to be tied in there. We have become very self-sufficient ourselves at this point, but we do still receive support from the Kaufman Foundation. And also what's fantastic is there's people that come to 1MC here because they moved here and they were looking for a 1MC in the region because they had one where they lived. And so it is a large network across the country, and just really grateful for that partnership with the Kaufman Foundation. So with that, y'all have a great week. We'll see you again back here next Wednesday from 9:30 to 10:30. See you then. Thank you. Bring your friends and family.